friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share a video with you that is going to be a realistic reading in my life vlog. I don't know if it's going to be a whole week or if it's going to be until the weekend. Today is Wednesday and I started a new book today, so I thought what better time than to do a little reading with me vlog. This is going to be, like I said, a realistic reading in my life vlog. I am not one of those booktubers that has the ability to just read literally 24/7. I have a life and I am involved in my church and I have a job and all the things. I'm just a very normal person that loves to read, and I want to show you how I work my schedule around so that I can read. Thankfully, I do work for myself. I'm self-employed, so I can rearrange my schedule. But regardless, this is going to be a realistic reading in my life. I have a few days that are more chill, and then the weekend I'll be busy. So you'll get to see me reading all day, and you'll also get to see me reading most likely just when I get to bed, and I just want to take you along. So welcome to this vlog. I hope you enjoy, and I will keep you updated. For now, I'm gonna do the timer method, which I have talked about before. I'm feeling a little bit distracted today on my phone. The timer method is basically where I set a timer on my phone for any amount of time that I decide, and I'm not allowed to touch my phone during that time. I'm only allowed to read, and I've got to start dinner soon. So I might only have a 15-minute timer this time. Sometimes I do an hour or 2 hours, but it kind of motivates me. You can be surprised at how much reading you can get done even in just a short amount of time. So let's get started. Good morning. It is the next day, and just wanted to give a little reading update. I got through, how far did I get through? 82 pages of Part of Your World yesterday, and it is so cute. I think that Alexis and Daniel are adorable, and I think this is just a really fun rom-com. I'm excited to keep going with this one today. I also read my Bible this morning for a quiet time, and I'm about to go visit a friend. I need to actually create a to-do list for today and then leave, and I'm gonna visit with her for about an hour and then come back, and I will probably listen to my audiobook some today. I'm listening to Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I listened to it this morning when I was at the gym. I need to do some editing today, so I'll probably listen to that while I'm doing some editing. And other than that, today is pretty chill. Tomorrow is going to be more of a heavier work day, so I'm going to try to take advantage of the fact that today is a little bit more chill and get a good bit of reading done. My goal, I would love to get at least 100 pages read today. For me, that's a pretty good day, is to be able to read 100 pages. If I can get more than that done, that would be amazing. And I think that if I am not distracted on my phone and I don't do other things, then I'll be able to read that much. I additionally need to do some meal prep. I saw this recipe for these like egg sausage muffin things for breakfast, and I really need something fast that I can grab before the gym in the mornings, and so I want to make those today. Probably listen to my audiobook again while I'm doing that. So anyways, just wanted to give this update, and I will update you later. Okay, I am back home now, and I've got those muffins I was talking about in the oven. Got about 15 minutes till I need to do the next batch, so I'm gonna sit down and read this and we will go from there. But this is just an example of me making the most of the little pockets of time. Instead of sitting on my phone and scrolling, I'm gonna read, and I'm going to enjoy a story. Getting some work done. My work is gonna be kind of chill. I'm gonna set this up to import the things, and then in between I can be reading and doing other things. So let's see how much I can read in between these download sessions. Okay, it is almost an hour later and I am just now about to read. I realized I hadn't finished culling this. I have a software that does the culling for me, like an automated thing, but I still have to go in there and like approve it to make sure that I approve of the images it shows. So I'm finally about to read. I feel like my eyes are sandpaper after looking at my screen and I'm looking forward to getting to a book. I might go see if it feels good outside. It's really hot where I live in the south, so if it's not too humid, I might sit outside. Okay guys, I'm in a funk. I read for a few minutes outside when I last updated you, and then I did some work and I just started to spiral. I am exhausted for some reason. I'm so tired and I kind of just leaned into my funk instead of trying to force myself out of it. So I've just been laying here watching BookTube, watching the people that I love to watch, and just vegging out for a little bit. I'm really craving burgers and I did not get what I needed to have for burgers at the grocery store. So Colby is going to get us burgers for dinner. I'm going to lay here and read more of Part of Your World. I've got a mountainside lake ambiance situation going that's pretty relaxing, and I'm just gonna try to be off my phone and read for a little bit until he gets back. And then we're probably gonna watch Friends, which is our comfort show. We've watched the whole series like several times and we're rewatching it again, and I'm excited because I just want to watch something funny and fluffy. And anyways, I'm rambling, but just gonna cozy up with my book. Okay, little bit of a reading update. Y'all, I did not read 100 pages yesterday. I got to page 130 maybe. I think I read about 50 pages, which is fine. I technically had the time to read more than that, but as you saw, I kind of got into this weird funk and I leaned into it. And I restarted Animal Crossing, which I know is not news to any of you, but I used to play it several years ago and I kind of just like didn't keep up with my island, and I decided that I wanted to restart it. So I played that for 2 hours last night, and if I hadn't done that, I would have made it to 100 pages, but it's okay. I'm not one of those that's just gonna force myself to do something that I don't necessarily feel like doing, especially when it comes to reading, because I want reading to be fun and not a job. So I did not read 100 pages yesterday, but I still am enjoying Part of Your World, and I thought that I would do a little book haul because I got some book mail and we're gonna see what's in here. Obviously I know what's in here, but you don't. Okay, the first one is The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. This is her newest thriller. I've literally not even read the back of this. I love her books. I'm assuming this is gonna be a dual POV. Yeah, she typically does dual points of view in her books, and I don't necessarily like that in all of my books. It depends on how it's done. I really like how Lucy Foley does it in hers, and so I'm excited. I loved The Paris Apartment. I loved the guest list, and those are my two favorites by this author, so I'm excited to read this one. I've been kind of wanting a mystery thriller, and I think that this would be perfect. I have several books on my shelf right now that I'm wanting to get to soon, but they are longer, and I just have to be in the right mindset to read a long book. I don't know if anyone else is like that or if it's just me, but right now I'm currently just feeling like I want to read something fast-paced where I don't have to think too much about it, where I can finish it in a few days. So I think that this is probably going to be a perfect option. Maybe I'll read it soon. We'll see. The next one in this haul is The Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. First of all, these basically have the same color themes, and I think it's really funny. This has blue in it and this has more orange, but still, I thought the color green in here is just funny. They both have it, and I've not fully read the synopsis of this one, and I'm not sure if I'm going to. I guess I'll read one of the blurbs. So Simone St. James, she's the one that wrote the Sundown Motel, and I have read that one on audio and I loved it. Middle of the Night is Riley Sager at his masterful best. This story is dark, scary, and twisty, but also bittersweet. You will follow these fascinating characters through its brilliantly woven plot all the way to the unexpected, poignant ending. Clearly it's a thriller about something that happens in a neighborhood, in a quiet neighborhood. For some reason, it's giving Desperate Housewives. I don't know if anyone else watched that. It's just like such a cheesy show, but there's always drama and mysteries and things that they're trying to solve in that show, and I ate it up. I watched it a couple of years ago. I just, like, binged through the whole thing, and so for some reason, the fact that this is happening in a neighborhood is giving those vibes to me. And I will keep you updated. I probably am not going to read the full synopsis until I sit down to read it. Riley Sager is one of my favorite thriller authors. His last book, The Only One Left, I really enjoyed, and I had read some other thrillers around then that just were not hitting the same, and so I'm excited. He also wrote Home Before Dark and The Lock Every Door. Lock Every Door is one of my favorite thrillers ever. I used to read a lot of Lisa Jewell, and I think that I might be over my Lisa Jewell phase unless she writes more like her last book. But as far as her backlist goes, if this looks different, it's because my phone cut off. But I was just saying that I used to read a lot of Lisa Jewell, and I think since just reading more in general have discovered what my taste in reading is overall, especially within each genre. And I still love And She Was Gone and The Family Upstairs and None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I really, really loved all of those. But her other ones were just kind of okay to me. Sometimes there can be some things in there that are just like icky. And I never feel like that with Riley Sager. I think that things can be spooky and definitely like morally gray, as you will find in almost every book ever. But I just really like him as an author. I like his writing style, and I'm excited to read this soon. So we'll see if I pick either of these up. I will update later when I can read, which will probably be when I get in bed for the night. Alright, it is a few days later, and I literally just read a chapter for the first time. I have been a bad reader girly. Today is Saturday. I am in my PJs all day, to be honest, mostly because it's so hot here that I can't stand to wear anything else. I have no plans today. My husband and I clean the house, and so I am just enjoying reading. But I wanted to give a reading update for Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I am loving this. Alexis and Daniel are so cute. I love Daniel so much, and I can't believe it took me this long to reread this. Or it feels like I'm reading it for the first time because all these details I've forgotten. It is so cute. Daniel and Alexis have more of a physical relationship, which if you're somebody that doesn't like a ton of spice like me, I wouldn't be too wary of this book because it's not too descriptive of things. The majority of it is like them trying to figure out their own personal struggles in their lives, and so it's not like the whole book is, you know, physical things, but it is in there, so if you don't like that, just be aware of it. But in my opinion, it's not that bad compared to some other books that I have read. They are just trying to figure out their lives, and Alexis especially is struggling with the way that her friends are treating her and like just the whole like rich people mindset that they have, and she is just not like that at all. And so she feels like she's stuck in this world because of her parents, and she's like just battling the doing things because her parents want her to versus because she wants to. So that is kind of where I'm at right now. I'm 160 pages in, and I am hoping to finish this book tomorrow because, as you saw, I got the Lucy Foley and Riley Sager books in, and I really wanting to read one of those soon. I'm like craving it, but I don't do well having two books going at the same time. So this is a little quick rom-com. I'm gonna challenge myself to finish it by the end of tomorrow, and that's probably when this vlog will stop. So I will update you as I can. Okay, I've got a reading update for you. Ever since I got the thrillers in the mail, I have not been able to stop thinking about them. And oh my goodness, I'm gonna pick up the Lucy Foley book. I am like 200 pages into Part of Your World, and I am not DNFing it, but I'm just in the mood for a thriller, and the sun is setting right now. It's getting dim in my house. I'm gonna light some candles and just vibe, which I don't like saying that because I think that sometimes that can be overused, but I just want to lean into reading what I want to read and not necessarily what I think I have to read. So I'll have a romance going and a thriller going, and then I can just read whatever I'm feeling like, whichever genre I'm in the mood for. And I have not read Lucy Foley in so long. I'm so excited. I think it's been a few years since she's had a release, so I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Okay, here is a reading update. So it's Sunday now, and I have been reading Part of Your World. I know that I said I wanted to try to finish this today, and I've got about 130 pages left. It's almost 4 p.m. and I honestly don't see myself finishing this today. Potentially tomorrow. I did end up starting The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley last night, and I really enjoy it. I'm only, 22 pages in, so not very far at all, but I'm excited to get more into this. I am just reading Part of Your World at the moment. I might pick up The Midnight Feast later, but this week, starting tomorrow, I have VBS 3 days this week, and I will be gone like half the day on those days, most likely coming home brain dead. So I'm anticipating finishing this tomorrow when I get home. We will see if that happens or not, but just wanted to update that I'm loving this. I am 142 pages in, and I think that Alexis and Daniel are so sweet. I don't like the miscommunication. Like, it's not even miscommunication, just, well, Alexis is so closed off to Daniel. Like, she's not telling him anything about her personal life at all, and like, Daniel deserves clarity. Like, just tell him what's going on, girl. That's the only thing that I'm frustrated about. I'm like, just talk to him, like, tell him what is happening so that he doesn't feel like he's in the dark. But other than that, I'm really loving it. This is like probably gonna be a 4-star for me. We'll see. I will keep it posted. Okay, I don't know where you live, but I live in the south of the United States, and it is so freaking hot. It is 96 degrees Fahrenheit and it's supposed to get up to 98, but the thing is that the humidity is so high that it makes it feel hotter. So my phone is saying that it's feeling like 100 degrees outside. So all you people who don't live in the South and you're complaining about 80 degrees, please be grateful, because I would probably give an arm and a leg for 80 degrees to be our summer. As you can probably tell, I don't like to be hot. I've been sitting still under the fan for a while and I finally cooled off, but it was like over 100 degrees inside my car after leaving church, and I was just so hot that it made me exhausted and I literally can't even focus on my book right now. So I told you this was going to be a realistic reading in my life vlog, and I'm giving it to you. So I read like 20 pages earlier. Now I'm going to go play Animal Crossing, so I probably won't read again until after dinner tonight, and I might get more into Midnight Feast, but we will see. So this is the reality of my reading this weekend. I think what I might do is actually start an audiobook while I am playing Animal Crossing, because I've been wanting to read Red Rising and I've heard that it's hard to get into, but my mom recently read all of them on audio and she said that it is actually so good on audiobook. So I might see how it goes. I'm not sure if I could pay attention to it while I'm playing the game or what, so we'll see how that goes. Actually, I decided that I don't think I can concentrate. I feel so brain dead just from being so hot earlier. I even like wanted to go upstairs and maybe watch YouTube while doing this, but the upstairs is so much hotter than it is down here, and I'm gonna have to stay down here under the fan. So I'm just gonna play the game. Maybe I'll put some music on or something. I think that this is probably gonna be the end of this realistic reading in my life vlog. I just got out of the bath and I'm going to turn my phone off for the night and read. I've got to wake up early tomorrow and I've got a busy day, so I want to get as much rest as I can. So for me, that definitely looks like not being on my phone at all. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to get off my phone and read. I think that I'm gonna read Part of Your World for a little bit, and then once it gets darker, I will read, what's it called? The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. I have enjoyed taking you along on this sporadic realistic reading 2 days. It's not even been a week. It's been like 4 or 5 days. So hope that you enjoyed this. If you like this type of video, let me know below. I will definitely be making more of these and ones with different themes and stuff like that. So I will see you next time in my next video. Bye, friends.